won the games. When they have not, they have lost. So the Lakers want to jump out to a good start here tonight.
Our officiating crew tonight, Joe Crawford, Bill Spooner, and Greg Willard. And here come the Los Angeles Lakers. Screen by Pau Gasol. Fisher now over Scola.
Now, very positive sign that time. It was a strong move by Fisher. He has been struggling from the floor. They're going to need guys to make shots because the Rockets are going to try to keep Kobe Bryant out of that lane area. They're going to make guys make jump shots.
Artest coming off a terrific game one. Picked up by Ariza. 6 on the shot clock. That is a foul. Artest's first shot tonight. With 11:25 to play here in the first. And again, 6 seconds on the shot clock. And the foul will go on Fisher for the first time.
That's what I was talking about. Ariza guarding Artest. Artest is stronger and can take him down in the post. And Kev, we'll talk about tonight, the beginning of the game. We've already hit upon Houston when they get off to a great start. The story, it was the Lakers shooting. They shoot 44% in game one. Only 2 of 18 from 3. Are they going to be able to make shots tonight? And how about the co-stars? Who along with Kobe Bryant? It's Lamar Odom and Pau Gasol. Both of these two guys have to play better than they did in game one. And then the ending, the emotional finish for the Rockets. All year long, they've been handled big time by the Lakers in that fourth quarter. All the games have been close. The Lakers have rushed back to win all 4. The other night, the Lakers took a 1-point lead. A great finish by the Rockets to hold them off, to win game one and get home court.
It's Kobe Bryant over Battier, and Kobe hits his first shot.
I talked to Kobe before the game. He said, you know, I've heard all this stuff between the games. He said, all I know is I hit 10 of my last 19 shots. I'm coming out tonight and I'm fine.
Here's Brooks, the mismatch on Odom. Now look at Gasol, who deflects the shot and picked up by Kobe Bryant. Ahead to Fisher, met by Brooks. Gasol and Yao. The Lakers have started 3 of 3.
It's a different team. And again, they had a long time off between games, about a week off. They were rusty with their shooting. They came out, they were flat. They were out of sync offensively. A much better start here tonight by the Lakers.
Artest against Ariza. Look at the congestion inside the lane. And Odom picks it up. Knocked away by Artest, picked up by Yao. Yao to Scola. Pretty pass. There's the 2 right there with the defending Odom at his heels.
Now, one of the things the Rockets, they're not a team that forces turnovers. They don't at easy points. So all those kind of points really feed into them now being able to get back and get their defense set.
Now hits his first shot, as did Kobe over Battier. Kobe Bryant has started 2 of 2.
Kobe the other night, he took 31 shots to get 32 points, about 1 point per shot. And that's what Shane Battier's goal is tonight. Already 4 points on 2 shots.
Ariza's on Artest, now doubled by Odom, freeing up Scola, the close by Odom.
Well, for people who have not seen a lot of the Rockets, that's what he can do. Luis Scola, used to getting all the double teams on Yao Ming. That is his shot.
Ariza inside, Odom with the feed, Yao in between. More congestion. Picked up by Ron Artest. We're seeing some cross matchups, Doug, in this game already.
Yeah, that's what's going to be a problem. Now you've seen Kobe Bryant here on Ron Artest, so you're seeing guys now Scola with Gasol, so you're going to see a lot of that now because guys are not guarding the guys that are playing them.
A 3 by Artest, Kobe with the close, the rebound by Gasol. 3 on 3. To Ariza. He goes over Battier.
There's that cross-matching I talked about. Trevor Ariza, who's being played by Scola. Scola went for the offensive rebound, and nobody gets back to Ariza. Only 10 fast break points for the Lakers in game one. They have got to get out on the break. That is their strength.
Ariza with 2, Scola with it, Odom on him. That's deflected out of bounds. In fact, Fisher got it, and it was off of Brooks and out of bounds. The first turnover for the Houston Rockets.
Now you see right here Ariza with a powerful finish. So already the Lakers are pushing the ball better. They're more active defensively. They're sharing the ball better.
With Battier and Scola on it. Scola runs over and covers Ariza. Shot clock at 9. Kobe again with that double clutch. First miss, rebound by Yao. That is his second rebound tonight.
And when you watch Shane Battier, he does not try to block Kobe Bryant's shot. He tries to get a hand literally in his face on every shot.
It's Scola across the lane into Odom. And Luis Scola with a nice little start. He's got 4.
See, Odom cannot play him down there in the low post. That's a problem.
Bryant by Yao. So Kobe has shot a couple from outside, smashing inside. That's the variety his game possesses.
Well, the Rockets' game plan is to keep him away from the rim, and that time they did not do that. You do not want to give Kobe Bryant layups or free throws.
Test took a couple defenders in the lane with him. Now Brooks throws to Yao. Brooks had 14 in the second half of game one. It was terrific. Part of the big win. And there was a steal by Fisher. The second turnover by Houston. Ariza, Odom, Gasol. And Scola watches.
If the Rockets turn the ball over, they won't win this game. They were very fortunate the other night. Only the third time all year did they have more turnovers and assists and win the game the other night. 16 assists and 18 turnovers.
It's Brooks, a screen by Scola. There was a late close by Fisher, and they come the other way with Gasol grabbing the rebound, number 2. Lakers have started 7-9. Battier watches Kobe Bryant. Kobe Bryant has started this game 4-5 with 8 points in the opening 5 minutes of this game.
I told you, he told me before the game he was coming out on fire. He's a man of his word. He's hit three long jump shots, a layup, 4 of 5. More importantly, all the guys are involved. They're much more active. You see Shane trying to get a hand in his face. On that one, he misses. This one just steps back, hand in the face and all, knocks down the jump shot. The great concentration, shaking his head, said, not tonight. Lakers on a 6-0 run. They lead by 8. Much different team than we saw in game one.
I'm not concerned about his health at all. More so just him rebuilding that energy that it takes. Once you've been ill, you have to regenerate that energy. And you saw him stronger today, and I think he'll be much stronger in game 2 than he was in game 1 in terms of his overall energy.
You have the sore throat, flu-like symptoms. Boys come out on fire, Doug, to start this game 2.
Well, Kobe made no excuses after game 1. He said there was nothing wrong with my health. So, that's one thing you appreciate about him is, we got beat. We're going to be better in game 2. How about 16 points already? 18 the entire first quarter for the Lakers in game 1.
Shot clock at 3. That is a 3. And it was hit by Ron Artest. Ariza the close. And Artest has started 1 of 3. He's got 5. Riches the deficit for the Rockets to start. Screen by Gasol. This is over both Yao and Battier. Kobe Bryant has got 10.
He was 4 of 12 in the first half of game 1.
Brooks, Battier, Artest. Yeah, Gasol on him. Will Ariza try to hedge with his defense? He does with the double. Snapping it outside the uncovered. Battier the close by Kobe. That is another 3. The second consecutive by the Rockets, who come to within 4, and Battier with his first 3.
That's that inside-outside action again where Yao Ming catches the ball, kicks it back out, then gets a second double team. Shane was 0 for 4 from 3 in game 1.
It's Gasol over Yao, who picks up the foul. You're a big fan of the way that Houston runs this inside-outside game.
Well, look what happens. You get the double team, and now you get 3 guys converging, and Shane Battier, that's what he likes to do, spot up. Normally the corners are his spot, and that's what he brings this team. When you talk about the Rockets, what their strengths are their defense. They have 2 all-league defenders, second team defenders that were chosen today, Shane Battier, Ron Artest. They have a shot blocker in the middle. They defend the paint. They want to get to the free throw line, especially late in games, because Yao Ming is such a great free throw shooter, so getting in the penalty early is critical, and then three-point shooting. In game 1, they only shot 5 of 18. Everybody's talking about how poorly the Lakers shot it, but 5 of 18 for the Rockets, who shoot at almost 38% on the regular season, which was a franchise record.
Yao Ming picked up his first personal foul, and just beyond the halfway point of our first quarter. Starters out there for everybody. Battier, Scola, Yao, Artest, and Brooks for Houston. There goes Artest trying to pick and poke his way on the wing. There is a whistle across the way and a foul, and it will be assessed Kobe Bryant for the first time tonight for Los Angeles.
With no Tracy McGrady, who used to do a lot of the ball handling, you got Aaron Brooks, who will push it, but you also see Ron Artest will handle the ball a lot tonight. He had 7 assists in game 1. It's critical for him to take care of that ball.
Brooks with a 3. Fisher let him fire. Quick releasing Fisher the other way. Over Brooks for 2. And Derek Fisher has started 2 of 2. And Doug, the guards of the Lakers have outscored the starting guards of the Rockets 14-5.
Well, you can see early in this game, the Lakers are looking for a lot more early offense. They do not want to let Houston get set. Here's another turnover, the quick hands of Kobe Bryant.
Third turnover, alley-oop. It goes to Gasol. The assist to Lamar Odom. The second assist for Odom. Gasol's got 7. The Lakers have hit 7 consecutive shots.
See, that's what they want. Gasol sprinting down the floor. They call it a post lane sprint, and Lamar Odom is an excellent playmaker. Beautiful pass. It's another thing that Odom brings to this attack. Another creator off the dribble.
Just drawing the double. Scola over a late arriving Kobe Bryant, and Scola has started strong with his 3 of 4 start and 6 points.
That's what happens when you have to double Ron Artest. That frees up that open jump shot. We've seen a couple threes. We've also seen that jump shot.
Ariza for 3. That was right over Scola. Ariza with 5. Doug, the Lakers shooting 86% from the field.
Well, Scola has to give Ariza room because of the quickness. That shot will be there now. He was 0 for 4 the other night from three-point line, but in the Utah series, Ariza 11 of 18.
Yao, Scola doubled. May have been deflected by Pau Gasol. And here comes Kobe Bryant, 5 of 6. Battier meets him, a 3. Oh my gosh. We are seeing a special beginning for Kobe Bryant with 13 points in the first 8 minutes of this game.
This pace is way, way, way too fast for Houston right now. They've somehow got to get control. This is going to be an offensive foul. So the speed and quickness right now by the Lakers really taking its toll on the Rockets, who are a bigger, stronger team. Want to get in that half court and execute, use a lot of that shot clock. And right now the Lakers are on the way to about a 40-point first quarter.
Scola picks up his first personal foul. Here's Derek Fisher. Odom picked up by Artest. Battier is on Kobe. Scola has Ariza. Shot clock at 7. Battier watching Bryant. Gasol ready for a screen. Doesn't need to set it. Kobe with only his second miss tonight in 8 tries. It is off the Rockets. It is out of bounds. Los Angeles will inbound.
Now watch Shane Battier's hand. Look at his hand go right in the face of Kobe Bryant. I don't know if we could even see the rim. He's shaking his head. Obviously, he's getting a good look at it. And the Rockets right now are shaking their heads. Look at this right now. Look at Shane Battier. Gets a hand right in the face of Kobe Bryant. You talk about concentration, knocking shots down, and the Lakers are on a roll.
Aerial coverage tonight provided by Goodyear. Bryant with 13 points. The Lakers shooting 81% in time now here in Los Angeles. For the Gatorade around the cooler, we go back over to our Craig Sager.
Well, so far, Kobe Bryant is getting the best of Shane Battier, but not because Battier isn't trying or isn't prepared. While some people celebrated Cinco de Mayo yesterday, Battier was studying more analytical numbers. This is his package on how to guard Kobe Bryant. He updated it after Monday night's game. It breaks the floor down into different squares, calculates the odds of Bryant making a shot from different places under different forms of pressure in relationship to different players he's playing with. How he is off screen to rolls, how he is on pick and rolls, and catch and shoots. The book says that if he goes to the lane, he's just as likely to go to his left as his right, but he's less effective going to his left. It also says that if you foul him or give him the lane, it's deadly, and if he's going to shoot, it's better to have him shoot directly after a pass instead of dribbling. But Battier also says he does pretty much everything better than anybody else. I can't stop him. I just have to make it difficult for him. Kevin?
Great stuff, Craig. Gasol now at 9. Rockets have their largest deficit of the playoffs. 8 to shoot. Artest across the lane and right into Trevor Ariza.
That's a tough matchup for Ariza. Just the strength of Artest. He weighs about 255 pounds, Kevin, but 11 fast break points already. 11 to nothing. Gasol going to work. This is going to be Yao Ming's second foul. This is what, in the game the other night, remember when Craig Sager at the end of the third quarter was asking Phil Jackson about the game, and he said, I don't like the way we're using Pau Gasol. And tonight you're seeing he's using his speed and quickness against Yao Ming. He has run the floor. He has got in the paint. He's posted him. He drew a couple fouls on him. But the pace of the game, Kevin, 10 fast break points for the Lakers in game 1. Already 11 tonight, 11 to 0. That's what I was talking about, the pace of the game with Odom on the floor. They're faster, and Gasol is a tough matchup speed-wise for Yao Ming.
Von Wafer comes in for Shane Battier. Lowry comes in for Brooks. Chuck Hayes comes in for Yao. 3 substitutions for the Houston Rockets. Walton has come in for Ariza, and Jordan Farmar has come in for Derek Fisher. Now Pau Gasol has 11 with Kobe Bryant's 13. 7 from Artest, leading so far the Houston Rockets.
Pau Gasol in the first half the other night, 1 of 5 for 4 points. He and Kobe have already combined for 24.
Wafer, who did not score the other night. Scola with the screen. Now Odom comes out on Artest. A double by
Man.
Nice hard shot made by Ron Artest. He has started 3 of 5. He's got 10.
The Rockets just have to take this surge. Can they hang around to where their defense can get some kind of handle on this Laker attack?
It's out to Bryant over Artest for 3. Rebound by Chuck Hayes, his first.
This is speed now that the Rockets have gone to. We have to be very careful not to get into a quick run and shoot.
It is Scola grinding inside on Odom. And Luis Scola continues his strong start. He's got 8 points.
See, Scola the other night in the game was only 4 of 9, 10 points. So with the change in starting lineup, it helps Scola. He has 8.
What a screen by Gasol. Knocked down Artest. It's Odom inside eventually. And it's brought in by Lowry. They'll race the other way. Finding Wafer. Over Walt. Into Scola. Mismatch. Wafer over Gasol. That's a good hit for Wafer, a former second-round pick by the Los Angeles Lakers, playing with his 15 now in his career. Houston on a 7-0 run.
Well, they've taken that emotional hit, the tremendous play by the Lakers, and they're down only 8 points. This Rocket team is a very tough mental team and physical team as Kobe misses the shot.
But Gasol is right there with the tip-in. His 13 matching Kobe Bryant's 13 to start the game with a minute to play here in the first quarter.
I think that Gasol got the memo about toughness in the paint and being aggressive tonight for Phil Jackson.
Artest over the 3. Bad shot. He didn't take many in game 1. That one was. Both teams have a foul to give. Jordan Farmar, who hit a 3 at the end of one of the quarters in game 1. Walton, who's coming off a torn tendon in his foot, has been inactive the last handful of games, is over there and shoved by Ron Artest, who picks up his first personal foul for the Houston Rockets.
Well, Jordan Farmar in the game tonight. Phil Jackson felt like his speed and quickness might be better against this team than Shannon Brown, so that's why he gets the call tonight instead of Shannon Brown, who has played well in the playoffs.
Wafer is watching Walton. There's a foul called on Von Wafer. Comes with 32.1 to play here in the first, and Wafer picks up his first personal foul. So this will put Luke Walton at the free throw line. We told you he had a partially torn ligament in his left foot back in that Utah series on April 25th. Luke stands at the free throw line right now in the postseason, only 3 of 4 from the stripe. In the regular year, 72% national coverage of the NBA playoffs will continue. Tomorrow on ESPN, it's Game 2 of the Hawks and Cavs. Coverage begins at 7:30 Eastern Time. There goes Gasol. Here comes Josh Powell. Saturday on ABC, Game 3 of the Cavs and Hawks. Coverage starts at 8 o'clock Eastern Time. And then Sunday on TNT, it's Game 4 of the Celtics and the Magic. Boston sent a little message to Orlando tonight.
Yeah, once again, Rajon Rondo was terrific. How about Paul Pierce got in foul trouble? The last time I looked, he'd only played 10 minutes in that game, so he could have got a long rest. They got to be a little concerned about Rafer Alston, though. Hit Rajon Rondo or Eddie House in the back of the head. We'll have to see what happens with that, if there's any penalty from the league for Game 3.
Lowry pushing the accelerator against Josh Powell. It was off of the Houston Rockets.
See, Walton being back is going to help this second unit, too. This second unit that was so good for the Lakers last year has really struggled. Vujic has not shot it well. Farmar has struggled. Luke Walton is a good facilitator with that second unit. We have not even seen Andrew Bynum yet.
71% shooting for the Los Angeles Lakers. Hayes picks up on the switch on the rotation. Kobe Bryant, who hits the jump shot. Kobe Bryant has just registered a 15-point first quarter, completely controlling the game. And that is a gigantic Los Angeles Laker lead. 14-point advantage at the end of one on TNT. By Charles Schwab. Here is Craig Sager moments ago with Houston coach Rick Adelman.
Well, Coach, you've been in this situation before. Last series against Portland, you took Game 1 on their court. They had a surge in Game 2. You came back in that game. How do you think your teams responded tonight?
Well, no, we didn't play. They shot the ball very well, but we got to get back in transition. They're doing just what we thought they were going to do, and it's just a matter of if they make shots, it's one thing. We can't give up layups.
You got two of the best perimeter defenders in the game in Battier and Artest. Kobe has 15. Is there anything more they can do against him?
He's making shots. You just keep playing. That's all you can do.
Excellent. Back to you, Kevin.
Well, what he's talking about there, 11-0 fast break points. Kevin, I talked about in game one, they only had 10 fast break points. And when we talked to Rick Allen before the game, he said they didn't come at us to start the game like we thought they were going to. Well, they have tonight, and Houston has to respond and get themselves back in the transition game.
Lowry working around Shannon Brown and into Chuck Hayes, who was rather Landry, who was whacked inside. Looked like maybe Odom caught him up high. Hayes and Landry are in with Wafer. In the backcourt, they've got Lowry along with Brooks. Odom picks up his first personal foul. Yao is on the bench with 2 fouls for the Houston Rockets.
Well, it's an interesting lineup for the Lakers because as the Rockets have gone small with Brooks and Lowry in the backcourt and Von Wafer as a small forward, Phil Jackson has countered, and he has Farmar in the game with Shannon Brown, and now Sasha Vujicic is playing at the small forward position. So Phil's going to get a chance now. He loves his second unit to be a speed lineup. They'll go to Bynum in the post. We have Lamar Odom out there now as a power forward and 3 fast players on the perimeter. So it's going to be imperative right now for the Rockets to really get back defensively.
Here's Vujicic, and he finds Bynum wearing that heavy brace on that repaired right knee inside to Odom. It was rejected by Landry. That's a goaltend. Count it for 2. And Odom with his first basket tonight.
One of the things the Lakers have done in that Utah series, got big leads, relaxed a little bit. You can see very similar to game 2 against Utah here, how well the Lakers shot that ball. As big as their lead was, they let Utah back in the game. So I think Phil Jackson would like to see his team play consistently longer. He thought their defense was very spotty in that Utah series. Offense good, defense very spotty.
Wafer just hit over Odom, and Wafer's come off the bench, 2 and 2. Landry is on Odom. Rebound by Chuck Hayes off the bench with his second rebound.
And that jump shot will be there for Odom because Landry cannot get out and guard him on the perimeter.
Screen by Hayes, over Farmar. That's a 2. Now the Rockets, Doug, are shooting 60% themselves. It's an 11-point game.
Well, the difference is fast breaks. Rick Adelman said to Craig Sager, you got to get back and stop transition. That's the difference in the game right now. The 11 points, 11-0 fast break.
Brooks with 2, his first. And here comes Landry grabbing the rebound on the miss inside. Flying the other way is Lowry. Knifing right by both Odom and Bynum. Wafer for 3. Good. That's a big 3 by Wafer when the Rockets need it most. He's got 7. How about the shooting in this game 2 of the semifinals in the West?
As I said, Houston's not going to go away. I mean, the Lakers are going to have to play consistently well all night long to win this game. This is Shannon Brown with a hanging shot where you got a tough matchup. 2 very strong guards, Brown and Lowry. 2 speed guys in Brooks and Farmar, and then the small forward, 2 irritants in Vujicic and Wafer. We got some good matchups out there right now.
Brown's got 2. Wafer leading the double. With the shot clock down to 7. Here comes Brooks on a quick hedge of defense from Bynum. Outside for Lowry. Makes the move on Brown. Odom was defending too. Hayes was watching as Landry grabs the loose ball and goes to the rack. And Landry gets the basket. Landry has come off the bench with 3. Vujicic picks up the foul.
And he also had a big offensive rebound that he kicked out that got Von Wafer a 3. So high energy. And Kevin, you've heard me talk through the years about how I love benches that can come in with great energy. That's what's happened for Houston. They've come in with speed, high energy players, and they've cut into that deficit. It's only 7 now as Kobe Bryant gets a rest.
Ryan on the bench with 15 points for Los Angeles. Here is Farmar. To Vujicic coming off an Odom screen. Now he looks into Landry inside. Tap in try by Bynum. And here comes Wafer. He draws a double team. Vujicic and Khan smothering him. They call the jump ball. Well, much more tenacious defense tonight by the Los Angeles Lakers.
Now, Von Wafer gets himself in trouble here. He's trying to get away from Shannon Brown. Vujicic does a nice job of chasing him down from behind, gets him in that trapping area. Let's see who controls this tip. If the Rockets get a score here, they can cut it to 5. The 3 would cut it to 4. So, I mean, this game dramatically has switched quickly. That's how quickly the games can change, especially when you can shoot the 3-point shot. Rockets average over 8 makes a game from behind that three-point line.
You like when Lowry and Brooks are on the court at the same time.
Gives them better ball handling. The Laker pressure does not bother them as much. And Wayford, the small forward, doesn't have to worry about trying to play against the pressure.
Landry over Odom. Look at Brooks fly in there, collide in mid-flight with Vujicic and pick up the foul. Aaron Brooks picks up his first personal foul for the Houston Rockets. He was such a factor in game one.
Now you can see that ball's going on the rim, though, and they're making a conscious effort to try to get second shots.
Timeout taken. We're just about 3 minutes into this second quarter. And the Rockets, who trailed by 15, now down 43-36 on TNT. Finals, and it's time now for the Bud Light Lime around the league as we take a look at the remaining rising stars in these NBA playoffs, and Doug, how well they have all been playing.
Well, congratulations to LeBron James, the MVP. I think he's the youngest ever at 24. What a wonderful year LeBron is having. Big game last night. He came out, started that game off with a dunk and never looked back. Carmelo Anthony, how about the Denver Nuggets and how well they are playing? 2-0 lead on Dallas. Aaron Brooks in this series. Dwight Howard and the Magic bouncing back. Josh Smith winning their first round series. Rajon Rondo was within one rebound of averaging a triple-double in the series we did, Boston, Chicago. And Andrew Bynum, who has struggled with that knee injury but has all kinds of upside, and they would like to see him start showing some of that flashes that he has shown throughout his career here early in his young career.
Walton was throwing inside for Shannon Brown. He was in a straitjacket with some nice defense applied by Chuck Hayes, among other Rockets in there. They call the jump ball. Rockets are +6 above the three-point arc, but the Lakers are +11 points in fast break points, and the Lakers in points off turnovers +4.
I guess LeBron was not the youngest. I just got word from the truck that Kareem and Wes Unseld were both younger, so my apologies to those two guys.
Especially with Kareem right across the way.
Yeah, I don't want to mess with Kareem.
Landry, Lowry, and it was basket interference by Landry.
Now this is great hustle by the referee, Bill Spooner. He is sprinting down there to see if there's a foul, but more importantly, he is right on the baseline. You see the referee right over there on the side. He has a great look to see if that ball is in the cylinder or if it's coming out. He ruled that that ball was still in the cylinder. Shannon Brown with a great effort there.
Looked like it was falling out to me, Doug.
We better talk to Billy Spooner.
Okay. There's Bryant back in the game. And faces an avalanche of Rocket defenders inside, and they're trying to collapse the lane. Looks like Von Wafer indeed has picked up his second personal foul. Wafer a non-factor in game one, but Doug has come off the bench tonight in 7 minutes and put in 7 points.
Yeah, but he hasn't handled the ball. They played him as a small forward. That has helped him against this Laker pressure. Vujicic put the pressure on him. He was trying to ball handle the other night, and he really struggled.
Vujicic over Lowry.
Well, Sasha Vujicic is way off with his shooting, and last year he shot 43% from that three-point line. It was a big part of them getting to the finals.
Lowry to Landry. Pushed down by Bynum, who picks up the foul. He got in foul trouble. Did Bynum early in game one. Had to sit on the bench. There's Yao. He's on the Rocket bench with 2 personal fouls. That is the first on Andrew Bynum of L.A.
Well, you think about this now. The Rockets are making this push with Yao Ming on the bench with 2 fouls, which is important. But look at this, Kevin. The three-point shooting struggles in game one. The team percentage 2 of 18, the worst in playoff games since 2001. And these are their best three-point shooters. Again, the guys who were making threes against Utah were Trevor Ariza, Shannon Brown, and Lamar Odom. And those are not their three-point shooters. So the game plan of the Rockets is try to make those guys make three-point shots and close the lane down on Kobe.
Since Yao, Doug, has been on the bench, the Rockets are +7 points since Yao picked up his second personal foul. And here comes Kobe the other way, and Von Wafer is on him. The third different defender on Kobe tonight. Kobe Bryant has got a game-high 17.
Well, when will we see Shane Battier get back into the game with Ron Artest? Normally they want one of those guys on him at all times.
Brooks to Landry, and Landry right around Walton.
There's a guy who they thought maybe his career might be finished this year. Got shot in the leg. in a carjacking and was able to come back after about 3 weeks. Very fortunate that was not really seriously injured. Here's Shannon Brown, who is now 7 of 10 from the behind the arc in the playoffs.
Landry put in his 7-point moments ago. And Brown has now got 5 in 5 minutes. Lowry wheeling inside by Bynum. The rebound by Vujacic. And the Lakers on the move. Drops it off for Kobe. Picked up by Wafer. Out to the uncovered Brown. Late close by Landry. Brooks out-dueled a much taller Walton. And down court for Landry. And Brown with the swipe. And Brown with the steal. Brown. Walton for 3, the close by Lowry, the rebound by Landry of Houston.
Pace way too fast right now for the Rockets. They want to slow this down a little bit. Rick Adelman says, I want to get a timeout. I want to get Shane back in the ball game to get against Kobe. Down by 9 here, 6:50 to go. Rick Adelman does not want this to get to double digits or 14 or 15 points going in at halftime.
And 15 has been the largest Laker lead tonight. Downtown L.A. Doug, the Rockets pride themselves on defense, a top 10 team in defending points scored against and field goal defense this year.
Well, just look at when the Rockets have won, this is the amount of points they have given up in their wins. That big game one, they won that one 107-81. That was a romp from the start. Then they win like 86-83, 89-88, 92-76. And then in game one, 100-92. That's what I was talking about, Kevin, the pace of the game and when they're at their best. Right now, the Lakers sitting on 48 points here with almost 7 minutes to go in the half. The Rockets have got to try to calm this game down.
Fisher has come in for Bynum. Yao is in for Hayes. Battier is in for Wafer. The shot clock is down to 9. This is Brooks, and he's picked up by Fisher. Gasol is back in the game, too, for the Lakers. Yao way outside. 2 seconds on the shot clock. There's a late foul called on Fisher.
Well, very lucky there because that was a dead possession. That shot clock was winding down about 1 second to go. Now, Aaron Brooks was so good in game one, 7 of 14. 14 of those 19 points came in the second half. Tonight, only 1 of 4. And Kyle Lowry, who was also very good, they combined for 25 points. He is 0 of 3, so the Lakers have done a better job on the point guards for the Rockets here early.
Screen by Landry over Ariza. It's a 3 by Lowry. A good-looking rebound by Yao. Digging inside. That is a foul.
Oh, an offensive foul here. Is this on Yao Ming for pushing off? If it is, that's his third.
It is number 3, much to the chagrin of Coach Rick Adelman.
Let's watch his off arm. Keep your eye on his off arm. The ball goes up. He gets the rebound. Now watch his right arm. Oh, he jumps in. He rules it. He jumps into Gasol. So that is the third foul, and down 9 here.
They're going to put Hayes back in here, Doug, at the next stoppage of play, which is right now, as Yao is continuing to plead his case. A 4th turnover right there. The 3rd foul on Yao. The 4th turnover just seconds ago by the Los Angeles Lakers.
Yao Ming in game one, 28 points, 10 rebounds. Had 12 of those points in the fourth quarter. More importantly, stepping up and knocking down 8 out of 8 free throws when that game was on the line. So he's got to be very careful not to pick up a 4th foul here on the offensive end.
Brooks to Battier. Kobe is on Shane. Landry picks up a double, including Paul and Kobe Bryant. And the foul is out on the floor. And it comes with 6:01 to play here in the second quarter. And the foul is on Josh Powell. That is the first on him. So Hayes comes in. There goes Yao. Artest comes in the game. There goes Lowry. So Artest, Landry, Brooks, Shane Battier, and Chuck Hayes, the Rocket 5 on the floor.
Now, that'll probably put Chuck Hayes on Gasol. And I've talked about how Chuck Hayes does a nice job of using his body against bigger players to try to take away their legs. So let's see if Pau Gasol can do a good job. The other night, he did a nice job on Bynum in the post. And here we are with the Rockets at the 6:01 mark. They're already going to be shooting free throws here, I think, the rest of this way. That was a team foul 5 on the Lakers. And so Shane Battier talked about one of the key things for our team is getting to that free throw line early in quarters. Let's say even with Yao Ming on the bench, if they're able to take advantage of that.
All the starters in for Los Angeles except Lamar Odom, who started tonight in place of Bynum. Powell is taking the place of Odom on the floor right now. So you got Kobe and Fisher, Gasol and Ariza. Chuck Hayes is on Gasol. Fisher, late close by Brooks. That is a 3. And Fisher continues to struggle with his three-point shooting in the last 3-4 games of these playoffs.
Well, going into the game tonight, he was 5 of 20 from that three-point line.
5.5 to play in the half. Artest is wrestling with Ariza. The quick double by Powell. Chuck Hayes over Gasol. Chuck Hayes with some scoring. What do you call that?
That's found money right there. Found money. Any point he scores, go to Vegas, put it in the slots.
How about this, Doug? A 6-point game. Some great shooting between the two. That is a traveling violation. That is a Laker turnover. And the quarter, we've only seen Los Angeles, Doug, go 4 of 13 from the field. And that causes a little bit of concern for Phil Jackson.
Absolutely. This game is turning here, right here. Plus 10 for the Houston bench. So Rick Adelman has got to be thrilled. What was once a great strength of that Lakers has now been a weakness. And it's great strength right now for the Houston Rockets.
They double Artest. Hayes against Gasol. Great ball movement. Maddie, this is what they did in game one. The great ball movement. Great pick by Artest. Gasol flies by. A three by Ron Artest, who brings him even closer. He's played 13 minutes. He's got 13 points. It's a 3-point game. Loose inside. More Rocket defense. Battier comes up with it right there. Turnover number 6 for Los Angeles.
Bad decision there by Derek Fisher. No place to go.
Artest by Ariza. Looking for Landry. And out of bounds with 13 seconds on the shot clock, and Houston will inbound the ball, and here comes Odom back in the game.
Well, you know, you think the Rockets got the Lakers' attention in game one. They have really gotten it now because they came out and the Lakers jumped all over them, had things their way. Kobe had a brilliant first quarter. Pau Gasol, all of a sudden this game is settling down. Rockets only down by 1 possession.
Odom is in. Foul goes to the Laker bench. The quick double right here with Ariza and Odom, and that is a foul, and it goes on Trevor Ariza. That is the first. Artest was guarded by Ariza. Number 1 on Trevor. Rockets currently on a 6-0 run right now. Free throws coming up. 4:25 to play in the half. As we talk about getting the family together for brand new episodes of Tyler Perry's House of Pain, followed by a new season premiere of Tyler Perry's Meet the Browns. Wednesday, May 27th, starting at 9, 8 Central, only on TBS with Doug Collins and Craig Sager. Kevin Harlan, are you surprised that Artest has played and conformed to this team in his first year with the Rockets? Because he's got a history, as you know, of suspensions and blow-ups.
Yeah, but if you think about it, he played very well for Rick Adelman in Sacramento. So obviously there is a feeling there that Rick knows how to handle him and knows what to say to him, when to say it, knows when to say nothing. And this team has done a nice job of fitting him into what they're doing.
5 consecutive misses by the Los Angeles Lakers. A missed 3 right there by Ariza. Well said. Brooks to Artest.
See, when you get to the foul line too, Kevin, you get your defense back. Now the game is no longer a running game. 11 fast breaks in the first quarter for the Lakers, none here.
For the first lead, Ron Artest has just given the Houston Rockets their first lead tonight. He's got 17, which matches the 17 of Kobe Bryant. We've had a 16-point turnaround in this first half. Yao playing in foul trouble with 3, so he's been relegated to the bench. So Ron Artest has put his foot on the throttle. A 10-0 run by the Rockets. Artest with 17, and the Rockets have their first lead on TNT. In the first half.
Well, when Craig Sager interviewed Rick Adelman at the end of the first quarter, he said, "How did it go, Coach?" He said, "Not good, because they came at us and they were in the open court." 0 fast break points in this quarter for the Lakers. Now what's happened is, as Houston has started making shots, you can see what they're doing here in this quarter. It has settled them down. They've gotten to the line 9 times, none for the Lakers. What's happened is they've made shots, they've got back, and how about 17 of the 24 points in this quarter has been by the Rockets bench.
Lakers scoreless the last 3 minutes and 50 seconds. Kobe Bryant is 8 of 12. Battier defending. Kobe was going up and lost the ball. Shot clock at 10, so there's plenty of time here. Screen by Gasol. Switch on defense. Hayes on Kobe. Gasol knocks a pass outside for Ariza. It's Fisher on Brooks with 2 to shoot. And Fish has been accurate tonight. 3 of 4, 6 points. It breaks a 10-0 run by the Houston Rockets.
I thought Pau Gasol passed up a shot there. It almost got his team in trouble. Fisher made a nice play working against that shot clock.
Rockets are plus 12 while Yao has been on the bench with his foul trouble tonight. Landry goes right into Pau Gasol, and off the bench, Doug, he's put in 10.
Well, Gasol's slow in the rotation. They're double teaming now. Artest down on that post against Ariza. Gasol's got to get over there and defend that shot on Landry, not let him lay the ball in the basket. I mean, that's 10 points for Landry.
Kobe over Battier. Rebound by Odom. His 5th. Kobe against Battier again. Gasol over Keys. Pau Gasol, one of Doug's keys tonight. 15 points in 15 minutes. You thought the start of both Odom and Gasol important. Well, Gasol is holding up his end of the bargain.
Well, and you see when Kobe Bryant gets in the lane, they're going to make somebody else make jump shots. They're going to collapse. It's the same thing they did on Brandon Roy in the Portland series.
Landry, and Kobe lets him fire.
Who is this guy?
Found money as
Landry.
you talk about. 4 of 5, Doug. 12 points on 5 shots.
He's been fantastic again with Yao Ming on the bench. Yao Ming's only played 10 minutes tonight, has 1 field goal.
All those Landry points have come here in this second quarter. Ariza for 3, Landry the close. The rebound by Brooks. The Lakers are now shooting 55%, 60% shooting by the Houston Rockets. And a whistle blows away from the ball, and it comes with 2:03 to play here in the second quarter. Second foul on Ariza. Now, the free throw shooting of this Houston team, you talked about it a couple nights ago, Doug, in game 1. It's very potent. This team was almost built for guys that get to the line because they believe that this is an advantage for the Rockets by their GM, Daryl Morey.
Well, it's big because your center is one of the best all-time shooting guys from the free throw line in the NBA history. And so when you go to him in the fourth quarter of a game and he gets fouled and you're in a penalty, I mean, he's going to step up and make them. The other night in the fourth quarter, he was 8 of 8 from the line. His team was 16 of 17 from the line when the Lakers made that push in the fourth quarter to actually take that lead. And look at this. So you talk about these are the great centers at the line. Free throw percentage and playoff career. Look at Moses Malone, Jabbar, Hakeem, Bill Russell, Shaq, Will. Look at Yao Ming, 84%.
Unbelievable.
And that's, if you're going to play through your center at the end of the games, it's nice when they can make free throws.
Rebound by Gasol. Landry's got 13 points, all coming in this quarter. That is a career playoff high. Chuck Hayes picks up Bryant on the rotation as Battier was trailing as well. And Chuck Hayes out of Kentucky, undrafted. Guy who's worked his way to a great role in this NBA. Hayes picks up his first. He's just been all work, Doug. That's all this kid does is work. He played in the NBDL, and he's been terrific.
Well, for all these young guys out there who are trying to make the league, hard work, find your niche, bring something to a team they don't have, and that's what Hayes has done. And Kobe now starting to cool down a little bit after his quick start. He now has taken 14 shots to get 17 points. No free throw attempts yet in the ball game.
Gasol hit by Hayes, who picks up another foul for the Houston Rockets at the 1:38 mark of this second quarter. That's the second on Chuck Hayes. Let's go across the country from L.A. to Georgia and go into our Atlanta studios and say good evening to Ernie Johnson.
Ryan, good evening to you also, Kevin. Southwest Airlines game break coming up in just a few minutes. Charles and Kenny will be here to break down the first half in L.A. Kenny will be doing who knows what at the thingamajig back in the studio. We'll have highlights of Game 2 in the Magic-Celtics series, and we'll wrap up the night with Inside the NBA after the Rockets and Lakers. Now, back to Staples Center, guys.
How about our man Rajon Rondo with another triple-double, Doug? We saw him do that against the Chicago Bulls.
Is your card right? Eddie House, 31 points. Eddie, I repeat what I said to you in Game 7. Your best defense is your offense. Keep firing.
He looked at you. He was talking on the floor.
He was talking about his defense. I said, just keep shooting.
I'll show you defense, he said. Here's a switch. Now they got Gasol on our test. Met by Wolf. Landry with Hayes inside. There's Landry in there, and he comes up with 2 in that congested lane around Odom and around Walton, and he's got 15 points.
So that's where they miss Bynum, his defensive rebound, his big body. Right now, the Lakers are just the Rockets are out-toughing the Lakers in the paint.
Hayes is defending Gasol. That is a travel. What has happened to Los Angeles? They seem out of sync. This is the way they began game one a couple nights ago. Out of sync.
Well, I think Phil Jackson, he just read his lips. He said, space the floor and wait. And you can see what's happened. A big part of that is Kobe carried him in the first quarter. He's only 1 of 3 for 2 points here in this second period. So they've done a nice job of forcing other guys to shoot the ball. And Kobe has only had 2 points. There's a bad foul by Odom on the perimeter. The frustration setting in for the Lakers to commit that kind of foul. And I'm sure Phil's going to talk to him about poise and coming out of that locker room with a sense of purpose.
So the foul goes on Odom, and that is his first. Here's Landry at the free throw line, who has single-handedly outscored the Lakers in this quarter, 15-14. What would Gene Katie say about one of his Boilermakers having this kind of a game as he just put in his 16th point in the quarter against the Los Angeles Lakers?
He's Gene Katie's kind of player. He's got a huge heart. He's undersized. And he has no fear. And he's been in there on those offensive backboards, and he's just wanted the ball more. And that's what Phil's going to have to talk to the Lakers about. The big knock on them last year, and they've not wanted to hear it this year, is, are they going to be tough enough to win an NBA championship? And they're going to have to get back in that paint and start doing the work.
Odom was guarded by Ron Artest on that drive with 43 seconds to play here in the first half. Number 2 on Ron Artest, who flew in his barber from Orlando, Florida, to do those wonderful carvings in his head.
That's an art right there. That is an art form right there. We actually met his barber the other night after the game.
What's his name? Is Bingo or Boogie?
Boogie. And the scary part about it is Boogie and Seggs were hanging out with each other the other night after the game.
That's Seggs' crowd, though.
I thought Seggs might come back with one of those the next day.
I'd pay to see that.
You wouldn't pay to see anything. Now, you'd like to see it if somebody else paid for it.
Odom from the line. Missing right there. Landry collects the ball. Landry with his 5th rebound. No fouls to give. Artest over Walt. That is a 3. Rebound by Pau Gasol, who's had a very solid first half. That is his 6th rebound.
2 for 1 possession that time for the Rockets, so it really wasn't a bad shot for Artest.
Artest is on Walt. They got Landry on Odom. Battier, of course, is on Kobe. Kobe was on fire to start, but now he is 8 of 14. Walt left free. They let him fire the triple. Rebound by Odom. Knocked out of bounds by Chuck Hayes in his quick hands with just under 8 seconds to play in the first half.
Well, Kobe's going to share the ball. He's going to drive and dish. Phil Jackson's going to use a 20-second timeout here. But again, that collapsing defense, whether it be Luke Walton or Fish or Ariza, somebody's going to have to start knocking some shot down to give him some space to work.
We'll take a timeout here on TMC.
Points off the Rockets bench, 16 for Landry, only 7 for the Lakers. That bench continues to struggle. More importantly, after a 39-point first quarter, the Lakers only 15 points in this quarter. So the Rockets, when they got back in transition, they've not given up one fast break point in this quarter after giving up 11 in the first.
Walton gets off to Kobe. This is over Battier for 3. Kobe Bryant has put in 20 first-half points. Here comes Brooks following the lead of Landry. A 3 at the buzzer will not go. And that ties the game. Kobe's triple ties the game at 57. And what was a well-played second quarter by the Rockets, as well played as the first quarter was by the Los Angeles Lakers.
Okay, but I think when you come out in the third quarter, can the Lakers come out with that same energy and passion to start the game and get the tempo where they want it, or can the Rockets come back in that third period and keep the pace where they had it in the second quarter? That's going to be really something for us to watch.
He had a 14-point swing in that quarter. Let's send it over to Craig Sager.
Well, thank you very much. It was the second unit getting rid of that 14-point deficit. Carl Landry coming off the bench with 16. Why and how were you so effective tonight?
Man, we just tried the second unit, like you said, we just tried to be aggressive. Tried to come in and do everything we could. You know, they had us on our heels. And what our job is to do, the bench players, is to come in there and fight. And that's what we did in the second quarter.
There was a time not too long ago we didn't even know if you'd be playing after you had that accident shot and the attempted hijacking of your car. Yeah. What does all this mean to you to be playing so well and being able to play in these playoffs?
Oh, it means a lot, You know how you always hear every possession counts, but every possession really means a lot to me now, you know what I'm saying? My life was in jeopardy pretty much about a month and a half ago, and I'm just blessed to be here, having a good time playing against the Lakers.
Well, you're doing a very good job tonight. Congratulations.
Thank you.
We'll take a break. We'll be back with the T-Mobile Halftime Report. EJ, Kenny, and Charles in our studios in Atlanta.
The Rockets are plus 13 points while Yao is in foul trouble and sitting on the bench. So the starters are back out there for the Rockets to begin this second half. Battier, Scola, Yao, Artest, and Brooks. And here is Shane Battier working on Kobe Bryant. Ariza is on Artest. Gasol is wrestling with Yao, who lets the drive of Artest go around him inside. Gasol then rotated. He went down to double on the play. And the foul goes on Ariza, Doug, who picks up his third personal foul for the Los Angeles Lakers.
You know, that play is very indicative of what we saw in the fourth quarter the other night with Aaron Brooks. What's happening is the Lakers are really getting up on Yao Ming, and they're not trying to help off of him in the post. So what the Rockets are doing, they're driving baseline, and that weak side help is slow getting there. We saw Brooks get 3 field goals the other night in a critical stage. This time Artest drives baseline. He gets that big, strong body on you. He's going to get to the foul line.
Fisher the other way with Ariza, Odom, Gasol, and Bryant. Odom tonight starting for Bynum. The quick trap on Kobe. Now it's just Battier as Scola goes out and gets the defense on Odom. Knocked away by Artest. Shot clock at 7. Gasol. Switch now. Battier's on Gasol. Kobe goes to Ariza with the pass. Artest is in the vicinity. He was reaching in. And Ron Artest has picked up the foul. That is the third on the Rocket with 18 points tonight. Let's go over to Craig Sager.
Well, Rick Adelman warned his team. He said the Lakers may come out with another surge at the start of the third quarter, just as they did at the start of the game. He said we have to weather it, take one possession at a time, continue to get back on defense, continue to work the offense inside out. He said that's what they did in the first half, even with Yao out of the game. As for Carl Landry, he says he's young, he's feisty, not always consistent, but he always plays hard, and that's the one thing about this team. He says they always play hard. I never have to worry about the effort. What a nice thing for a coach to be able to say about his team. Kevin?
Thank you, Craig. And this is only the 36th game, Doug, that these Rockets in their current form have been together since the big trade.
Well, you saw Kenny Smith with the thingamajig at halftime talking about the inside-out game, the posting of Scola, Ron Artest, of Yao Ming. And that's what the Rockets are doing, playing inside-out. That opens up their three-point shooting, which is a big staple of their game.
Battier is 1 of 2. Fisher, a 3. There was a late close by Brooks. And Derek Fisher gets a rare three-point hit. Doug, he's 4 of 5. He's got 9 points tonight for the Los Angeles Lakers.
I think it's important for the other Lakers to get involved here and not force Kobe Bryant to try to do too much in this third period. They need some more balance. And then in the fourth quarter, that should be Kobe time. He should not have to carry this team throughout.
Screen by Yao. Fisher fights through that. Brooks and Gasol. And Ariza knocks it away from Scola. He did this in game 1. He got 2 at the result the other way. Let's see what happens here in a 3-on-2. Gasol inside. And Battier and Scola were right there, and 10:28 to play here in the third quarter as Pau Gasol goes racing down the lane. Scola picks up number 2.
Turnovers, that's what's going to create the fast break opportunities. You're going to see the behind the shot there, knock away from Ariza. See, Yao Ming can't get to Pau Gasol on the open floor. That's when he has the advantage when they're running.
Scola comes out on Ariza. Yao comes out on Gasol. Artest had it. Was it knocked away by Kobe? It was off Artest.
Ron Artest was fighting with one arm to try to keep the Laker defender away and try to get the possession. He's got to get both hands. When he gets both hands on the ball, you're not going to knock that ball loose from him.
Battier quickly on Kobe Bryant. Kobe Bryant, 10 of 16. And a game-high 22 points for the LA Lakers.
We talk about that 1 point per shot tonight, creeping up at about 1-3, 1-4. He's taking 16 shots, has 22 points. That's when the Lakers are basically unbeatable when he shoots at that kind of percentage.
Scola, Artest, Odom is on Ron. Shot clock at 6. The drive by Artest with the left hand. He rolls it in with a Nice drive to the cup, and he brings the Rockets to within 3, and Ron Artest with 20.
He is so strong. He gets that body on you and just knocks you on your heels.
Ariza allowed to fire by Scola. Rebound by Yao, playing in some foul trouble. That's the 4th rebound by Yao Ming. Congested lane for Scola. Triple teamed, including with Odom and Gasol. Picked up by Fisher. Bryant trying for him. Shane Battier, who draws the foul as Kobe looks over at Doug Collins and said, "This guy cannot guard me." He's 11 of 17 is Kobe Bryant with the game-high 24 right now, and much more focused, and obviously shaking the effects of the sore throat from the other night in game 1.
You're going to watch this here. Shane gets that hand once again. This time he gets him with the body. He looks over me. He is
What'd
fired.
you say to him that got him so irritated?
Don't say that to me.
Come on,
No, so now you want the Rockets fans mad at me? I didn't say anything to him. He said it to me. He said he's going to be on fire tonight.
Well, Bryant, that's what he said. He talked to you before the game.
I didn't give him any pep talks.
There's Bryant missing, and the other way comes Brooks, and he's over Fisher. So a nice move right there, and the Lakers down to 3. With under 9 to play now in the 3rd. Battier comes out on Odom. And they've got Artest on Kobe. Ariza and Gasol over Yao.
That little jump shot. See, it's tough for Yao Ming to get out and play that. See, when he plays by him, he will give him that shot. Gasol loves that little medium-range jump shot.
Brooks is 2 of 6, followed by Fisher. Scola and Odom. Double by Fisher late. Rebound by Odom. That's number 8 for him. 3 on 3. Rockets get back well on defense. Here's Battier bumping into Kobe. 1. Kobe Bryant is putting on a show. 26 points in 25 minutes. A spectacular display, and the Lakers back up by 7 points.
Well, Kobe has thrown out the life jacket. He's thrown out the dinghy. He said, "Everybody get on board here. I'm not going to let us get overtaken by this Rocket team." I mean, he's hitting incredible shots. Shane Battier, all he can do is put a hand in his face. Kobe is the quicker athlete. When he gets to his spot, you can only hope he doesn't make those shots. Tonight, that is not the case.
And Los Angeles. Well, Doug, beginning of the first quarter, the Lakers began at 16-8. Beginning of this third quarter, they have started 12-5 over Houston.
Well, it's Kobe. He's excited his team. And look, we talk all the time about when a star is playing great, what it does for the psyche of his teammates. And Kobe right now is giving them the feeling that I'm not going to let you lose tonight.
Brooks over Fisher. This is a 3 with 10 on the shot clock. Scola lassos the loose ball, goes in on Gasol. And Paul Gasol collects his 7th rebound. And Kobe picked up by Battier. Little Scola defense, and Yao. Boy, they were all converging, collapsing inside with 7:44 to play in the 3rd. Ball knocked out of bounds. 16 seconds on the shot clock.
Okay, that's what I talked about in the season when he was second in the MVP voting. Points per shot, 1-3. First round, 1-3. Game 1 against Houston, 1 per shot. Tonight, 1.4. You start thinking 1.3, 1.4. That's what Michael Jordan and Kobe did in all their championship years. And now it's the Saul going to work inside. So just to give the fans a little perspective, 1-3-1-4 is tremendous production per shot. And that's what Michael and Kobe did in all their championships.
It's a great equation, great way to look at the game. Battier goes inside to Yao, playing with 3 fouls. Shot clock at 7. Brooks will drive on Fisher. Gasol meets him as well. Odom got a hand on the ball. And Kobe Bryant the other way. The Lakers are on a 6-0 run right now. Here's Kobe. Odom into Yao. And that is a foul. And that is number 4 on Yao Ming.
One of those nights for Yao Ming. He just has not been able to get into the pace of this game. And it has nothing to do with his knee. That knee that he took, the shot that he took in the 4th quarter. He told Craig Sager yesterday, "My knee's fine. It's not bothering me." You see his heels there on the line. That's an easy call for Bill Spooner. And this is Lamar Odom in the open court. So what we've seen here to start this 3rd quarter is the Lakers have got back to playing the way they played in the 1st quarter, making it an open floor game. Yao Ming only 1 shot in the entire ball game. In the Portland series, he averaged 10 shots a game. They sandwiched him with the power forward and one of the centers. Only got 10 shots a game. Game 1, he had 17 shots against the Lakers and got to the line 10 times. He had 28 points. So tonight, the Lakers have done a nice job defending him, plus also foul trouble has really taken him out of this game.
Hayes has come in for Yao. Odom at the stripe. This game has contained 6 lead changes and 3 ties, and here comes Brooks. Quiet so far, 2 of 8 with 4 points. Lakers are on an 8-0 run. Kobe and Battier, screened by Battier. Here is Scola. Artest find a couple defenders in his face. Screened by Scola on Ariza. They switch on defense. They put Odom on Artest. Houston has missed 4 consecutive shots. 3. Wow. Seconds remained, and a 3-point shot by Ron Artest, who's got 23 points tonight. He's been magnificent for the 2nd consecutive game in this series, the 3rd game overall. Here's a runner on the wing, and that goes in. Doug, and Kobe's got 28.
See, that last possession by Ron Artest, that shot went in, but that's really not what the Rockets want. When they start dribbling the ball, getting against the clock, they want it in the post right there. Now they can go to work to get something inside, outside.
Look at Fisher. Go headstrong into the driving Artest as he came and doubled as the defense was rotating and took it hard, and Artest is a strong dude, man.
Derek Fisher is playing very well tonight. You know, he's heard the rumbles here about the speed and quickness of Brooks and the problem that Lowry and Brooks caused in game 1. Tonight that has not been the case. Brooks is 2 for 8. Lowry is 0 for 4. So those 2 guards have combined 2 of 12 tonight. And only 4 points. Those guys had 25 points.
How about that?
Yao Ming 28. So 53 points combined by those 3 guys tonight. 6.
Battier and Bryant quickly on him. Shot clock is down to 5. Gasol doubling. And Shane Battier hits his 2nd shot in 3. He's got 5 for the Houston Rockets.
Well, the awareness of the clock getting ready to go down. Shane is not usually a guy that at the end of the clock manufactures anything.
Bryant to Fisher, and Fisher over Brooks. A 3 miss. A rebound by Ariza. A good-looking offensive rebound, and Trevor Ariza has put an 8 for L.A. Now on the bench with 4 fouls. Hayes out there in his place with Artest, Brooks, Scola, and Shane Battier. 5.5 to play in the 3rd. A Hayes screen that knocks out Fisher. The drive by Brooks. And that is a whistle with a little reach inside.
The shot goes up, and Scola does not get his body on Ariza, who finds the open lane. When that shot goes up like that, a lot of times you've got to turn and seek somebody out to get a body on him. That time Ariza has open lane to the basket.
They call the kickball, so the shot clock now down to 7. Artest and Ariza. And over Odom, it's Scola. And an offensive rebound by Scola. Tonight is 4 of 11 shooting. He collects his 2nd rebound. Odom will defend it. The Fisher coming double. Luis Scola. It's his 3rd, make it 5th shot. He's got 10.
Yeah, but again, with all this activity, the Lakers are still only up 8. And the Lakers have got to keep finding a way to get others involved. That time it's going to be Kobe on the drive. But they cannot stand around and watch Kobe play. He's got to be the guy that has enough energy in that 4th quarter. If this Rocket team makes another push at them, then he can carry them. And you see these 2 guys, what they have done. Kobe Bryant already with 21 field goal attempts in the game. He had 31 in game 2. But, Kevin, I said a while ago, I said, he's sort of trying to give his team that feeling, but I'm not going to let you lose tonight. What it reminds me of is what we talked about in that Boston-Chicago series, game 3, when Paul Pierce came out, hit his first 6 shots, had 13 in the 1st quarter, and the Celtics won that game and recaptured home court. You look to your best player when you're in trouble. Like if he's playing well, you get a feeling of security. If he's struggling, it filters down to everybody else.
Battier picks up his 2nd personal foul. And Scola picked up by Odom at the other end. Artest now picked up by Odom. Into Scola. It's knocked away by Odom. Shot clock at 9. Well, they got some talking inside. Scola into Gasol and Odom. Rebound by Lamar, number 9.
Odom now is rebounding that basketball. He had 1 defensive rebound in game 1. That's why he's in the starting lineup to bring more activity.
Artest quickly comes out on Ariza. Odom and Scola, screen by Fisher, switch on defense, Brooks. Now Brooks goes back on Fisher. Shot clock is down to 4. Fisher over Brooks for 2. Rebound by Scola. Number 3. Fisher 4-7. Again, more ball rotation. No one rotates over to Artest. And he nails the 3. The offense rotated with one side to the other getting the ball, but the defense didn't follow suit. They did not rotate. So 9 in this quarter for Ron Artest, Doug, as he nails the tray. He's got a Houston high 26 points.
Oh, they just keep hanging around. This is what they do. Swing the ball to the other side. That ball actually bounced twice before anybody rotated out. Nobody got a hand in the face. Phil Jackson said, timeout. We have to talk about this. We cannot give Ron Artest these kind of shots tonight the way he's shooting the ball.
We had a review during our commercial break. They have taken away a point. It was a 2-point shot, not a 3, moments ago by Ron Artest. We've got just under 4 to play here in the third.
Well, changing of the role for Ron Artest this year. Early in training camp, Phil Jackson said, I want you to come in and be our second unit player. His minutes are way down this year. Last year he averaged about 39 minutes. This year only 30. And you can see, Kevin, at the end of the last year, look at all the sleeves on his leg. You see the knee, the wraps on his legs and stuff. I mean, he had tendonitis. His legs were tired. And you saw that as the season wore down. Look at tonight here on the left. None of the sleeves. His minutes now are going back up because Bynum's minutes have slipped since he was injured. And so he's much fresher. And you can see in the playoffs what he's done, especially in that Utah series, how well he played. Points in the paint, his rebounding, back in the starting lineup tonight. And although in the game he only has 1 field goal, 9 rebounds, 2 assists, his speed now, what happens is now when Yao Ming is on the floor, he has to guard Gasol, which is opened up for Gasol to have 20 points tonight. So Odom being in the starting lineup has sort of unleashed Gasol.
Lakers outscoring Houston in this third quarter, 22-15. Hayes comes out on Odom. Shot clock down to 4. Lamar Odom. Rebound by Shane Battier. That is his first of the night. He's been watching Kobe. Rockets outscored the Lakers 32-18 in that second quarter to tie it at 57 at halftime. Brooks has been quiet, 2 of 8. They've really been paying attention to him, haven't they?
Well, they're keeping him out of the paint. He's not allowed to penetrate.
Free on top. Yeah, it's over Odom. It's a 3, and it's good! What a shot by Brooks. It was over the oncoming rush and blitz of Lamar Odom. That makes it a 5-point game. Brooks was 7.
Wasn't it Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kids that said, who are these guys? Where are these guys coming from? That's sort of what the Rockets are right now. You keep looking over your shoulder if you're the Lakers, and you say, why can't we put these guys away? Moving the ball, dribble penetration. With the Rockets, it's making the extra pass. That's what they did. Shane makes the extra pass to Brooks, and that's when they're at their best, sharing the basketball.
Hayes along with Shane Battier on Kobe Bryant, who turns it over. And the Lakers had not had any turnovers over the last 10 minutes. And for Kobe Bryant, Doug, his first turnover tonight with 3 assists.
Now, with Odom, playing less minutes this year, his minutes are up in the playoffs. So are Kobe Bryant's. He played 36 minutes a game this year, over 41 in the playoffs. So his minutes are up.
Brooks into Fisher. Look at him swerve. The dance. We saw him now. Shot clock at 2. Fisher is guarding Brooks. Shot clock violation. Yao sits on the bench with those 4 fouls, but really it's been the smaller lineup that has really paid dividends for the Houston Rockets tonight.
Remember the other night, Phil Jackson could not take Kobe Bryant out in the second half.
Right.
And Kobe Bryant's played a lot of minutes here tonight. He's in this ball game already. He has played 31 minutes, and he might not get a rest here tonight if the Lakers don't have a cushion going into that fourth period.
Ariza driving by Scola into Artest. Gasol got a hand on it. Odom has a hand on it. Move shot clock. Hayes, look at him take it down. Ball inside, and the turnover by Los Angeles. And here comes Artest. 9 Los Angeles turnovers.
Talk about some strong hands. Chuck Hayes just went down and took that ball away from Lamar Odom.
Absolutely. Another wide open 3 by Brooks. The close by Ariza, and the rebound by Pau Gasol. He's got the double-double with 10 rebounds and 20 points tonight.
Kobe working hard against 2-3 defenders. As Shane Battier grabbed his jersey and I mean, Kobe is frenetically working against this defense. He's spending up a ton of energy.
Has Houston altered perhaps even with more double teams on Kobe in this third quarter?
No, what they're doing is anytime he comes off a pick, you're going to see that big guy's going to get up and swarm him. You see Hayes, they're going to try to bottle him, and he comes in the lane. They're going to force that kick out. That Ariza 3 is going to have to be there and knock down some shots. And the Lakers from 3 tonight are 5 of 14. Remember, in game 1, they were 2 of 18.
Hayes picked up his third personal foul. The Lakers on top by 6. They've led by 15. Rockets have led by as many as 4. Bryant from the free throw line, 3 of 4. And folks, a reminder, log on to NBA.com to enter the Barkley Zone. Exclusive interviews, opinions, and analysis straight from the mouth of Charles Barkley only on NBA.com. We have not seen Kobe at the free throw line a bunch. Not much in game 1, Doug, and only 4 free throw attempts tonight in game 2.
Well, the goal for the Rockets is keep him out of the paint, keep him off the line, try to make shots under duress, and he's done that tonight. He's 13 of 21. He has 32 points. And it'll be interesting to see at the end of this quarter, is Phil Jackson going to rest him? And if he does, for how long?
Landry for our test. Lowry for Scola. Wafer in the game. And he's doubled. Shot clock at 10. Battier and Kobe. Screen by Hayes. Switch on defense, Gasol. Lowry over Fisher for 3. Rebound by Pau Gasol, number 11.
That was a good rebound that time. Went out and took that.
Fisher for 3 over Hayes. That's a foul. And 3 free ones coming up for Derek Fisher at the free throw line for the LA Lakers, and 1:03 to play in the third.
Well, the last thing you want to do is foul a three-point shooter. And then you even compound it by fouling a struggling three-point shooter. And we've talked about Derek Fisher, 5 of 20 going into the game tonight. Behind the line here, and Chuck Hayes comes over. He gets a piece of him. There's no question that he got to foul 3 free throws here for Derek Fisher.
Hayes picks up his 4th personal foul. So Hayes, I believe, will leave. He does. And here comes Luis Scola in. Hayes is one of those role players we talked about a little bit in the first half, but him and what Scola does, they've really constructed this Rocket team well.
Well, that's what you do. Your complementary pieces have to fit, and that's what you do. When you get pieces that fit, you get what I call that synergistic approach, where 5 guys almost seem like more, that the sum of the parts are greater than they are individually as a whole. So that's what this Rocket team is. It's not always pretty. And you heard Rick Adelman tell Craig Sager early in the game, I know we're always going to play hard. The effort is going to be there. And when they play well, they're a very tough team to beat.
Vujacic for Ariza, Walton for Kobe Bryant. Kobe with 32 points, 12 in the quarter. Fisher hits all 3 at the stripe. There's a little hook. It's an offensive foul, and it goes on Von Wafer of the Houston Rockets. With under a minute to play here in the third. Wafer with his 3rd.
Well, this is a big finish for the Lakers in this quarter, because now you get Kobe Bryant off the floor. This is what Phil Jackson desperately wanted, to be able to get Kobe off the floor, to buy him some minutes before going into that 4th quarter.
Walton to Odom. He beats Scola inside. Lamar Odom with 7 points and 10 rebounds. Lowry quickly the other way to Wafer. He's picked up by Sasha Vujacic. Lakers have a foul to give. Fighting through a Landry screen. Vujacic tried to come out on a shot by Wafer. Rebound by Odom, number 11. Landry on Odom. Now Scola on Odom, who is pressing inside. And Scola and Odom have some words together. And now Walton and Scola have a couple of words. With 29 seconds to play in the third. Now Vujacic comes over with Scola. Scola's got the entire Laker team ticked off at him. He's had a conversation with just about everybody.
It's going to be a technical foul on somebody, I guarantee you. It's going to be a 2-shot foul. And then see what Joey has out there. It's going to be a technical on Scola, and it's going to be a technical on Lamar Odom. And it's going to be a technical probably on Luke Walton. And, you could see this coming because there was a few timeouts ago that Joey Crawford went in both huddles and basically said, calm it down, too much chatter. And there's the hit in the head that Odom gets. As the play goes over, you see these guys, they were chirping earlier. They were warned earlier. Then Luke Walton comes over and gets in the fray. Scola's got something to say to him, so Joey's going to stop this real quickly. Starting to get a little testy here. That's what happens. We've seen it in series before. Lamar Odom with the smile.
Scola picked up his third foul.
See, what you had there is the reason there was only one technical shot is because there was offsetting technicals, 3 technicals, 2 on the Lakers, 1 on. You see Billy Spooner is explaining it here right now. 3 technical fouls, 2 on the Lakers, 1 on the Rockets. The 2 offsets, only 1 technical being shot. Now, that is, you have to watch it now because the next technical you're ejected. So a lot of people say, well, what good does it do to call double technicals if you don't shoot free throws? Because on the next one you're ejected. That's what it does.
Odom is at the line because Scola picked up his 3rd personal foul. Here comes Josh Powell for Pau Gasol. Powell for Powell.
And see, now Gasol gets a rest, so he's put in a heavy night tonight with his minutes. He and Kobe have combined for 52 points. Odom has come alive here in this quarter, 7 points, but more importantly, 11 rebounds. So the rebounding tonight, 34 to 24 in favor of the Los Angeles Lakers. And in that second quarter, when the Rockets made their push, they did it by getting in that paint and rebounding and getting on the offensive glass.
Lowry is 0 of 5 in 10 minutes. He was effective in game 1.
Well, tonight he and Brooks.
Oh, what a shot by Fisher, right in the face of Scola.
And there was meaning to that. It reminds me a little bit of Darren Williams when we were in here late in the year when he got fouled, did not get it called, and ran down and went right into Bynum and took a foul. Derek Fisher is one tough customer. He knew Scola was coming up behind him, and he was going to let him know. We're not going to take that tonight, so it'll be interesting to see what they call here on Derek Fisher. Will this be a flagrant foul? Could it be a technical, or is it just going to be a personal?
Is it a scratch there on his head? He does. There's Derek Fisher.
Derek Fisher is quietly one of the toughest players in the NBA. When he came back to the Lakers, he brought that savvy, that toughness of a 3-time champion. Kobe trusts him so much, but you see it right there. He saw him coming.
Wow.
There was a message in that.
Absolutely.
Like, believe me, take that. So we're going to see here what the referees decide on this.
And he saw him.
He saw him. His arm came up, and there was a message to that. You know, sometimes your toughness comes other place on the floor than just your big guys. And this guy's a tough guy, Derek Fisher.
The force of the hit so hard, he hit his head and drew some blood. It is a flagrant 2. And they're looking at it on the replay with the discussion ensuing, as you can see, in 13.2 to play in the 3rd.
Well, if it's a flagrant 2, he's ejected.
Yep.
And then you get 2 shots and the ball.
He is ejected.
Well, Phil Jackson very upset. I think he could have dealt with a flagrant 1, but a flagrant 2. Now you have no Fisher here in the 4th quarter if this game gets close. You see his teammates there giving him a high five or whatever as he leaves. But now all of a sudden Scola will shoot 2 free throws. What Rick Adelman is saying, to Shane Battier, if it's a technical, he wants Battier to shoot. It's a flagrant 2. Now, if it were a flagrant 2 and Scola was hurt on that play, then Rick Adelman could have any of his players shoot the free throw. So that was the other night, remember, against Brad Miller. If that would have been a flagrant 2, then Vinny Del Negro could have chosen any player. He could have had Ben Gordon or his best free throw shooter take it. But now with Scola not being injured on the play, that Scola will shoot the free throws.
Scola from the line tonight, 1 of 1.
We'll see how this changes the game.
Well, sometimes things like this, it can change a series too.
It could unite the Rockets. It could be a dose that helps the Lakers. But more importantly, I mean, there's 2 free throws, and as good as the Lakers have been in this quarter, they're down 9. You hit a 2-7, you hit a 3 at 6. So this is a big defensive possession here for the Lakers to try to get a stop.
Shannon Brown has taken the place of Derek Fisher. Battier will inbound, 13 seconds to play here in the 3rd quarter. Lowry has it, and Shannon Brown out of Michigan State will be on him. Now Powell. Lowry trying to go through both. Vujacic over Wafer at midcourt, and a double dribble. Dribbling violation at 1.6 to play in the third.
Sasha Vujacic has just struggled tonight. He struggled the other night. He's not been able to find his game. They need him. If they're going to be a championship team, they're going to need him to give some good play off the bench, because he was on the closing team last year. Odom closed the games as well as Vujacic.
Lowry over Brown. Get if it goes. That takes us to the end of a very firework-filled third quarter. Lakers on top by 9 at the end of 3. Kobe had a 12-point third. You're watching the NBA playoffs on TNT. Stop here after 3:86.77. Moments ago, our Craig Sager caught up with Laker head coach Phil Jackson.
Well, Coach, 3 technicals and a flagrant 2 that led to Derek Fisher's ejection, all in the final 29 seconds of that quarter. I saw you talking to the officials. Why were you so upset?
We had an incident in Utah series where a guy ran across the court and hit somebody like that, and they called a foul. There wasn't even a flagrant 1 or a flagrant 2. You know, so it's an inconsistency in what they call, and you know, these guys are adamant that they're right about it, but you know, we just have to play it out, go on through.
How do you play this fourth quarter without Fisher?
That's going to be interesting. You know, we're going to have some young guys in there handling the situation, and critical situation now.
Thanks a lot. Thank you, Kevin.
Right now, it's going to be Jordan Farmar beginning this fourth quarter. Alley-oop, Walton to Bynum with Yao in the game for Houston. Just starting the fourth quarter. Brooks, Artest, Yao, Lowry, and Landry out there for the Houston Rockets. Look at the drive by Lowry. To Landry, who drops a sledgehammer inside. Landry with the career playoff high 18.
Well, that's all caused because Bynum will not leave Yao Ming. He was locked up, and he's told to stay with him, so there's got to be weak side help on that. You get in the lane like that on that drive. That's what Brooks did the other night in the fourth quarter about 2 or 3 times.
Screen on Lowry by Bynum. That opens up the shot by Sasha Vujacic. His first in 2 tries. He's got 2.
Well, this second unit, Lamar Odom and Luke Walton have to be the guys who really stabilize this Laker team. With Bynum out there, Farmar, and Vujacic.
Landry fouled by Vujacic. It's the second on Sasha Vujacic. Well, Doug, the fourth quarter story, not only in the regular season, but in Game 1, has been prominent so far with the battle between these 2 teams.
And I think everybody felt the other night when the Lakers took the lead in that fourth quarter, it was going to be the same old story. It wasn't. The Rockets fought back. This is going to be a closely called fourth quarter. And remember the importance of the Rockets getting into the penalty early. In Game 1, they were 16 of 17 from the foul line, and Yao Ming was 8 of 8. So the Lakers are going to have to play without fouling.
Walton picks up his first. Second team foul on the Los Angeles Lakers. Shot clock is at 5. Artest smothered by Walton's defense. And Bynum. Oh, and he got it to go in on the tip. Yao Ming with the basket. First field goal since 10:14 left in the first quarter. Yao with 4.
A great clock awareness. Bynum made a nice block, and Yao Ming knew the clock was winding down. He had to throw it up in one motion.
Landry watching Walton. Yao got a hand on it, jumped in front of Bynum, who picks up the foul for the LA Lakers. Bynum with his second of the game.
The shot is blocked by Bynum. You see it, and you see Yao Ming just all in one motion throw this ball off the glass. Yeah, but here we go once again, down by 7. The Rockets hanging around very, very close, putting the pressure here on the Lakers at home.
Brooks, screen by Yao. Bynum has got Brooks. Look at the diving Farmar. Steals the ball, gets it off to Walton. Followed by Lowry to the trailing Vujacic.
What a beautiful play. Beautiful play, and all by Farmar getting down on the floor. He has the quickness to play against Aaron Brooks. You have Brooks and Lowry on the floor together. Farmar with a great play there. Walton with a nice drop-off pass.
And Walton trying to watch Artest at the other end. Rebound by Landry. Smothered with Laker defenders. Picked up by Vujacic. Rockets back on defense. Screened by Odom. Odom an open 3. Landry the late close. The rebound by Artest.
I'm not sure they need that 3 from Odom there. I know he shot it well against Utah. Drive that ball, get it inside, maybe put some more pressure on Yao Ming. Don't need long jump shots right now.
Artest with 25. Into Walton, into Bynum, into Odom. The ball knocked free. Another turnover. 3-on-2. Odom. Farmar. And he was uncovered, sliding it off the wing. Timeout, Houston. And the Lakers, without Derek Fisher, who was ejected, go up by 11 points with about 3 minutes gone in the fourth quarter.
Well, when you turn the ball over against the Lakers, it's going to cost you. Back-to-back plays. First it was Brooks. This time it's Ron Artest. Too much dribbling in congestion. Houston 3 turnovers in this quarter. And they've made them pay twice with 2 easy layups, 4 points to push it to 11.
Welcome back to LA. The Lakers are leading by 11. At the end of the third quarter, when tempers and technicals were flying, Ron Wafer was on the bench for Houston. He had words with Rick Adelman. Adelman said he'd had enough, sent Wafer to the locker room. He was escorted back there by the Rockets CEO, Tad Brown. I then asked Tad Brown when he came back what had happened. He said, ask Daryl Morey, the general manager of the Rockets. I talked to Daryl Morey. He said, just report the facts. Well, the facts are that Wafer had words with Adelman. Adelman kicked him off the bench, sent him to the locker room. Wafer is already showered. He's not going to be back tonight.
Just what you need is a bench player, yelling the stuff at the coach. I mean, that's a terrible distraction for the Rockets.
Kobe Bryant has come in for Bynum. There's a foul on Vujacic. That is the third on him. And while Kobe was sitting, Doug, and you referred to this just moments ago, as the third goes on Vujacic, the Lakers plus 2 points with Kobe sitting.
And now that's 14 fouls already on the Lakers. We've played about, 2 minutes?
A little over 3.
3 minutes and 10 seconds. They shoot free throws the rest of the way. So, again, the Lakers are going to have to defend without fouling. Lakers 92 points tonight. That's what they had the entire game tonight. So the pace of the game right now is in their favor.
Brown for Vujacic for the Lakers, the sub. Shot clock is down to 5. Into Yao, got by Bynum. Stripped of the ball by Walton, and that is a foul. So, a foul goes on Walton. That is the second on him. That'll put Yao Ming at the free throw line. Look, it comes with 8:37 to play here in the fourth, and Yao has only missed 2 free throws in the entire playoffs. This is first trip to the line. Tonight, we can tell you about the national coverage of the NBA playoffs. Tomorrow on ESPN, Game 2 of the Hawks and Cavs, coverage at 7:30 Eastern. Saturday on ABC, Game 3 of the Cavs and Hawks, coverage begins at 8 o'clock Eastern. Sunday on TNT, Game 4 of the Celtics and the Magic. And earlier tonight, Boston even their series with Orlando with a win of 112-94. Rondo the triple-double, Eddie House exploding for 31. Howard with 12 and 12 as Yao gets his first points at the free throw line. 1 and then misses number 2. And picked up by Lowry.
Going to be another foul on Bynum, riding out to Yao Ming, so it could be a foul fest here. And this does not help the Lakers. The game stops. Yao Ming goes to the foul line. And remember, this Rocket team over the last 3 years has not been a good come-from-behind team. They're not a team that creates points off their defense. They're a good defensive team, but you can see the last 3 years on the road, 5 and 46. This season, 3 and 16. They're a team that's very much better, a front-running team where their defense can stop you. They come down and run their offense. So, as Bynum sits down, Gasol will be back in the ballgame. Shane Battier checking in now to play Kobe Bryant. He'll be in for Landry.
Houston, no fouls in this quarter, Doug. That was the 6th on the Los Angeles Lakers. So like we talked about, we're going to see some free throws. This is what Houston wants to do. Boy, they're going to be in a high-scoring game. We got 8.5 to play in this one.
Well, and now what's happened is the Rockets have gone to a small lineup, too. Now, Ron Artest has slid down. Now he's going to play as a power forward. So he will be matched up here against Luke Walton. So really it's Yao Ming and 4 perimeter players right now for the Houston Rockets.
You just saw the identical numbers at the free throw line for both teams. Screened by Walton. This affords an open lane for Farmar to drive. He went inside. Rebound by Lowry. Boy, he's a tough kid, isn't he?
Well, the size of Yao Ming just bothered Jordan Farmar enough to miss that shot.
Battier, Walton on him. Look at Powell and Yao battling outside the lane. Brooks, shot clock is at 7. Following him is Farmar. This is what Brooks did so effectively in game 1, but he doesn't cash in that time. Rebound by Luke Walton, who picks up his first board. Kobe the other way. He's got 32, matching his game 1 high.
He's got fresh legs right now. Look for Kobe to try to finish this game.
Powell with the screen. Brooks fights through that. Farmar, Bryant over Battier. 7 on the shot clock. Rebound by Ron Artest. That's his third. Brooks, 3 of 12. Lowry crashes into Farmar. That is a foul on Lowry, his second.
See, what do you have now with the Rockets out there? They have two guys that can create off the dribble. Ron Artest can handle the ball. So if they're going to pay all kinds of attention to Yao Ming, they can create something. That time, it was Jordan Farmar doing a nice job getting outside the restricted area where you feel these Laker fans here. Jack Nicholson on his feet trying to get these Laker fans excited. And Luke Walton with a little baseline jump shot.
Over Yao. That's got to have a lot of arc on it.
Nice little give and go that time. Luke Walton making a contribution tonight after being out with that foot injury.
Walton's got 4 in 13 minutes. Battier finds Yao. Will they double with Walton? Over Gasol. Loose ball. That is on the Houston Rockets.
Going to be on Ron Artest against Kobe Bryant. He's going to be very careful that he does not get a technical. He said that he's going to go over here. He's talking to Kobe.
Wow, here we go.
Uh-oh.
He went right over to Bryant. Did Ron Artest.
Remember now, the last time they did this, Kobe scored 18 points about the last 4.5 minutes of the game. Ron Artest has gotten very, very upset. I think they have thrown Ron Artest out of the game. Ron Artest said Kobe hit him in his throat. Wow, this series is getting chippy to say the least. Artest now out of the game. He's got to make sure he leaves and goes to the locker room in a timely fashion so he does not get anything added to this penalty.
Well, let's go back to March 11th. Kobe Bryant scored 37 points in a Laker win in Houston. 18 of Bryant's points came in the final 4:13 of the game despite some physical play from Ron Artest. Both were SSTs in the fourth quarter after they began jawing at each other. So there is history.
See what happens here. Let's see underneath the basket. Oh, it looked like Kobe got him with the right elbow up underneath in his throat. That's what made Ron Artest so unhappy. Now he goes over and says something to Kobe. Kobe says, "Get out of here." And Joey Crawford getting in there quickly. Very smart to do.
Landry for Artest. Kobe is 4 of 5 at the free throw line tonight. 33rd. Craig, what have you found out?
Well, all this is happening in front of Stu Jackson, the Executive Vice President of Basketball Operations for the NBA. He told me just moments ago all of these plays will be reviewed tonight. He will review the flagrant 2 on Derek Fisher, an automatic rejection. He will determine whether or not he should be suspended for game 3. Also the elbow to see if a flagrant will be added to Kobe Bryant. All this will be recommended by Stu Jackson to the commissioner, who will make the final word. But the recommendation will come from Stu Jackson, who is witnessing all this in person. Kevin?
Walton over Landry, and the tip in by Pau Gasol. Well, Doug, one of your keys tonight, Gasol had to come to play, and he has. 22 points and 13 rebounds in 31 minutes. 6.5 to play. There's a whistle inside.
This is going to be a long fourth quarter. It's going to be a lot of whistles here, Coach, because these officials know that this is just the second game of the series. And remember now, the Lakers have lost home court. They have to go to Houston and win a game to be able to swing home court back in their favor. They're very confident. They were 29-12 on the road this year, was the best road record in the NBA. And the Rockets are very confident on their home floor.
Pau Gasol picked up his first personal foul. There is no Laker player with more than 3 fouls, including Ariza. Fisher's been ejected. 3 on Vujicic. He's on the bench right now. And for the Houston Rockets, they've got a couple players with 4, including Yao. Artest, of course, we know what's happened to him. Yao knocks down both free throws.
Okay, but if the Lakers win here tonight, we have Game 5 next Tuesday, you and I. If ABC ESPN has Games 3 and 4. No telling what we're going to be reporting on in Game 5. Here is another whistle. So just believe me, any contact now is going to be a foul. And Joey Crawford and Bill Spooner and Greg Willard, 3 very good officials, have gotten together. Stu Jackson in the stands, that little BlackBerry he has, he's sending message to himself what he wants to look at the end of the game.
What if he's texting Reggie's BlackBerry mailbag? Kobe over Battier. And Kobe Bryant has got a game-high 35.
It's going to be a technical on Kobe for taunting Shane Battier, saying you cannot guard me. So I'm telling you, the whistles right now are going to be blown.
Yao had picked up his 5th foul moments ago. As Bryant just had the tee on him, and here is Yao at the free throw line, where he is 5 of 6 with 9 points. That is his 8th point of this 4th quarter.
Watch Kobe as he knocks this shot down. He runs down the floor, and he's saying something, you can't guard me, and Joey Crawford was right there. He stops it. You see Shane with a little sheepish smile on his face, and Kobe now 35 points on 23 shots. So his efficiency tonight has been off the charts. He now is talking to Joey Crawford, and he says, look, I'm not going to let you say that, not with what's going on here tonight.
Brooks gets a screen from Yao, knocks out Farmer. Battier and Kobe. Another screen, this one's set by Landry. 3-point shot by Brooks, that's good. Brooks has got 10, 4 of 13. It's a 9-point game. And some full court now by the Rockets.
And now remember, no Derek Fisher.
Yep.
So it's going to be either Shannon Brown or Farmar, or somebody's going to have to settle this team down and finish this game. They don't have that steady hand of Derek Fisher, who has 3 rings.
Kobe and Battier. Shot clock is down to 5. Foul on Shane Battier. Number 3. And a timeout. 5:27 to play. Lakers, who have led by as many as 15 and trailed by as many as 4, now on top by 9. This is Game 2 of the Western Conference semifinals on TNT. And this is only Game 2.
Yes, we have. There's Fish. That's after Scola had gotten into it with Luke Walton down on one end of the floor. There's been 3 technicals actually on the possession before. Here's Kobe Bryant. Goes that right elbow into the throw to Ron Artest, and this sets him off. He goes over and says something to Kobe. Don't put your elbow up in my throat. He gets thrown out. So, I mean, all this is going on. 5:27 to go. And we still got a 3-possession game with a Rocket team that makes over 8 threes a game. A lot of time left in this ball game. Who's going to have the composure to finish the game?
Yao's got 5 fouls. He watches Gasol, who kicks it out to Farmar. And it's picked up by Landry.
You know, remember the Rockets, anytime they go into Yao, it's a bad turnover.
Sure
Beautiful play by Walton.
Farmar into Brooks. Rebound again by Landry. Let's see if it's cleaner. Here it is. Here comes Brooks. The 10. Lowry is scoreless in 6 tries. Fulton on him. Howe and Yao. Dueling outside the lane. Shot clock at 9. That was a deflected pass. Kobe Bryant with Brooks on his tail. And Shane pushes him. Battier just pushed Kobe Bryant, who just put in his 37th point.
Story of the game, turnovers. Feeding the Laker fast break. This is 19 fast break points now for the Lakers. So many of them off turnovers. Yao Ming, a careless one-hand pass off the dribble that was deflected. See Kobe Bryant stepping through the defender, looking over his shoulder. Chance for a 3-point play, give Kobe 38 points. It will be 20 fast break points for the Lakers after having only 10 in the first game. So you can see the speed game of the Lakers, if they go on to win, will be the difference.
Battier, his 4th personal foul. That's the story Doug was just talking about. Fast break inside. Diving is Landry. Got the loose ball, traveled inside the lane. Now Landry and Kobe are joined.
We go back to the turnovers. 19 turnovers tonight for the Rockets for 21 points. 15 assists, 19 turnovers. In game 1, they got away with it. 16 assists, 18 turnovers. Tonight, more turnovers and assists once again.
Well, 7 turnovers, Doug, in this 4th quarter alone for the Houston Rockets. And here's a pass from Gasol to Farmar.
They had 7 in the 4th quarter the other night and played through it.
Good point. Battier watching Kobe. Scooping, driving, and putting it in! How in the world did he do that?
He passed to himself off off the backboard. That was a planned play, Kevin. I've seen him do that a lot.
He's got 40. Brooks to Yao into Gasol. Gasol's defense jars it free. An 8th turnover in this quarter. 20th for the game. Farmar picked up by Brooks. Out to Walton. Landry conversion.
The Lakers defense is swarming on Yao Ming. When he gets that ball in the paint tonight, they're scratching, clawing, they're digging.
Battier watching Kobe Bryant. Rebound by Yao Ming, playing with 5 fouls. Rebound number 8 with his 10 points. Farmar is on Brooks, and Gasol is on Yao. Yao Ming, he's got 12.
It's the first time we've really seen tonight where he's been able to be the recipient of getting that ball inside, kicking it back out, reposting deeper, and getting a score. He did that 3 or 4 times in the first game.
You see the points in the paint. Now he's got majority of his points, 10 of 12 in this fourth quarter. Here is Pau Gasol. Yao defending with 5 fouls. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Just a bit of history. Kobe's got 40 points. He scores 4 more. He will pass Larry Bird for number 6 all-time in playoff scoring in the history of the league.
Timeout here. Phil Jackson is going to draw up a play here with 5 seconds on the shot clock. A little over 3 minutes to go. Kobe Bryant in a straight jacket, as you say, Kevin. So what does he do? He throws the ball off the glass and just is so hungry to get that ball back. Talk about a smart player. Not only is he a brilliant player, but he's a brilliant mind for this game. Big play, and you see Kobe said, I'm not letting us lose tonight.
Los Angeles by Goodyear. New Fuel Max tires help you get there using less gas. Fuel Max only from Goodyear. And the blimp tonight, captained by Kristen Davis, who, when not on the show Sex in the City, drives the blimp. Good job, Kristen. Thank you so much for these great scenics tonight of the sold-out Staples Center. Well, Doug, 3:02 to play. We've had a couple of ejections. Eric Fisher on one side and Ron Artest on the other.
Well, when the Lakers have cranked up their defense in the fourth quarter, the Rockets have not handled it. 8 turnovers here, 11 points off those turnovers. Lakers have had no turnovers. Why not Jordan Farmar? Everybody else is in the act.
Jordan Farmar hit a 3 in game 1. He struggled in the first series against Utah. Barely played. This ties LA's biggest lead. Lowry right down the middle of the lane, knocked away by Gasol and picked up by Shannon Brown. The backpedaling defense of Battier. Kobe.
You know, it's interesting. Kobe, between games 1 and 2, he said, last year we cakewalked to the NBA Finals. To get there, you got to be tested. They're being tested right now, and Jordan Farmar unloading the 3. They're getting a test now from the Rockets.
3 by Brooks over Farmar. That is good. His second tonight. He's got 13. Talk about a month ago, you said, there might be 2 teams in the West that could really give them a push, as you saw it. Perhaps Portland, maybe Houston.
Well, the Rockets have guys who can guard Kobe or at least make him work.
Sure.
Obviously, tonight he's got 40 points, so they're not shutting him down, but they can make it work. They have a big man inside in Yao Ming, and I thought this guy, Aaron Brooks, in their point guard play would be crucial for them. He was terrific against Portland. And tonight, he's coming to life here a little bit later, but he was very good in game 1. He had 19 points in that game, but if he plays well, Shane Battier can make Kobe work hard. You've got Artest inside, what he brings, Yao Ming's size, who has not been a factor tonight with fouls. But now they got to go home and find a way to beat the Lakers at home. It's going to be very interesting game 3.
You'd have told Houston they'd come out of here with the win in the first 2 games, they would have taken it.
Absolutely.
It's Walton, and it's over Landry. Rebound by Yao.
Well, it looks like Yao Ming just knocked out one of his own guys. I think that's Lowry who's down on the floor, got hit with an elbow in the jaw.
This shot outside, that was a 3-point try by Shane Battier, who tonight is 2 of 4. And Farmar the other way.
And Yao Ming goes back and makes sure his teammate is okay. You got 2 tough groups of guys going at it. This is going to be a lot of fun this series.
Rugged. Gasol to Brown. Brown into Lowry. Shannon Brown has come off the bench and put in 7 points in 14 minutes for the Los Angeles Lakers. Yao and Gasol. No fouls to give. Each team with 3 timeouts remaining. Brooks, Battier, Kobe on it. Landry, who's had a terrific game. who was driving by Gasol and was fouled on the play, and Powell picks up number 2 with just under 44 seconds to play in the fourth quarter. So this will put the Rockets at the line and give us a chance, Doug, to survey once again your keys to the game.
Well, you know, I'm big on that first quarter tonight. It was all Lakers, 39-25. Kobe with a brilliant start. The Lakers story, they did not shoot it well in the first game. Only 2 of 18 for 3, 44% tonight, 49%. But look at this, plus 15 fast break. They got the pace of the game where they wanted it. With the co-stars, Odom and Gasol tonight, 29 points and 25 rebounds combined, and the ending. So the Houston fell apart under the pressure, 8 turnovers. The Lakers only won 11 points off those turnovers. Ron Artest ejected. A lot of things going here in this fourth period. Kobe Bryant with the big hand. He will not pass Larry Bird tonight. He will need 3 to do that in game 3. But basically what he told his team tonight is, we're not going to lose. And he got them off to a great start. But I will tell you, the Rockets got their attention in that second quarter. They stood toe-to-toe. The game was tied at half after that big first quarter. I think the Rockets feel very comfortable going home that they have a great chance to win game 3.
James White is checked in the game along with Brian Cook. Brian Cook was drafted and played for a while with these Los Angeles Lakers. They come in for the Houston Rockets. They saw it knocked away by Hayes. Allen to Luke Walton. 23 seconds to play. 111-96, the Los Angeles Lakers, and Walton's got 6 points, coming back after missing so much time since the series with Utah in late April. He comes back tonight and gets some creditable minutes. This is Brian Cook for 3. Landry cleans it up. So this series will be tied at 1-1. Going back to Houston for games 3 and 4. The Lakers had to win tonight. This would have been tough going back down 2 games to Houston.
Absolutely, and Luke Walton happy to be back out on the floor. And he's a big part of this Lakers second unit. Farmar had some good minutes tonight. And sets up a very interesting game 3. But Kevin, once again, if the game is 110 or up, the Rockets just can't beat the Lakers at that kind of game. Will they be able to go get a defensive handle in game 3? And the man of the hour, 40 points for Kobe Bryant is with our Craig Sager. Sags?
Well, thanks, Doug. Kobe, you said before the game you're going to be on fire, but there are flaring tempers and heated exchanges all over the place. How severely are you being tested by this Houston Rockets team?
It's the playoffs. You know, this is what it's about.
Ron Artest, obviously a very tough defender at one point. He was ejected. He claimed that you threw an elbow to him. What happened in that exchange?
Yeah, we're playing basketball. There's a lot of contact that takes place. And, you know, if you're going to be physical, you got to expect players to be physical back.
One of the physical plays, Derek Fisher, ran into Luis Scola. He was ejected with a flagrant 2. We know Fish is a tough guy, but was that a cheap shot and you worried he may be suspended for game 3?
No, I didn't see it. To be honest with you, I didn't see it, so I don't know.
You talked a little bit about cakewalking throughout the series. You wanted to be tested. Is this what you wanted? And at what point in this game did you say, hey, I'm not going to let my team lose tonight?
Right from the opening tip, wanted to be aggressive, you know, get after it a little bit. You know, we're being tested, so, you know, this is when it's the most fun, to be honest with you. And we're looking forward to going up there.
One thing, you're no longer the MVP. LeBron James got that award last night. How did you feel about him winning and you coming in second?
You know what? I'm very happy for him, to be honest with you. You know, he's put in a lot of work, and he's very well deserving of it.
Well, you're the MVP tonight. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you, Kevin.
Well, one story about that, Kobe Bryant has spent time at the Olympic games and overseas working with LeBron, and LeBron has taken a lot of the attention to detail, Doug, that Kobe Bryant uses to make his game flourish so much.
Well said. I think that those two guys being together over the last couple summers, LeBron has learned so much from Kobe. And you see Kobe giving his wife there a big kiss after the game. This is a tired man right here. He had to fight for every one of these 40 points.
Doug, enjoyed it as always. We'll see you next week.
Game 5, baby, here Tuesday.
Here we go. Our producer tonight, Scott Cockrell, and our director, Lonnie Dale. Special thanks to David Frazier and David Glassman, along with Jeff Paris, Tommy Heights, and Sammy Polis. For Craig Sager and Doug Collins, this is Kevin Harlan saying goodnight from Los Angeles, where Kobe Bryant put in 40, and the Los Angeles Lakers have tied this second round series against the Rockets at 1-1. Now we take you to our TNT Arena and Ernie Johnson.